going to bring on a guest, and then we're going to do a really good presentation. I got some good science to show you. I'm going to bring on Arlene. Just for takes a second. Let me get her over here. Just takes a minute. I like to bring people on because I really understand science as missed in medicine. I've written to government. I've told them we're dying because we missed this system, and they said we agree with you. Right? They had you got to put your camera on. They said we agree with you. So there you go. Thank you, Arlene. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Arlene, I had you on a little while ago, and you actually, I'm going to tell a little bit about your story. You had contacted me for some pain, and you'll tell more about it before you were going to have some cancer surgery, right? And then
Yes.
we had a distance lymphatic healing session, but you're also in my course. And I love it that you really do activate your lymphatic system on a regular basis. Would you love to could you tell people what brought you back to, even though you had my course, why you wanted to get a little more, work with me and a session with me? I believe in the first session, you actually said you felt like a garden hose open up in your breast, right?
Yes, yes. The water was just flowing down my breasts, and I just felt like, wow, this is really working. It's really, I mean, what you do is very powerful. And even though I had been doing my self lymphatic
Drainage, yeah.
drainage, it wasn't near what you can do, help as much as your sessions and how powerful you are compared to me.
And
And of
how
course, you know,
and how long? Yeah, well, sometimes when we're draining ourselves, we need a little bit more work. And I do have a powerful ability to open people up. As you said, you felt, a garden hose. You said it was like two garden hoses open up in you. Now you also saw me because you had left shoulder pain. You had breast cancer. They found two spots on their right breast, but you had left shoulder pain that was pretty intense, and we were able to help that with a couple of sessions, right?
oh yeah, and
Got rid of it. It took about
yeah,
3 sessions, but, you were in pretty bad pain, and we got rid of it, and then after surgery is when it went to the right side, right? Because that's where the
yeah.
right breast was, and we were able to help that and get rid of that pain too. How long do you spend activating your lymphatic system or thinking about your lymphatic system every day?
I do 15 minutes every morning.
You need to
Yeah.
concentrate on the lymph system because we don't think about that enough.
Yep. So I started doing the shoulder shuffle, and then to get your collarbone moving, or clavicles. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, you
Yep.
got it.
And then, so then at a Bible study, I brought 10 papers, and I showed everyone, how to do it, because this was before I had cancer, because I wanted
Right.
everyone to have their lymph system flowing out the toxins, because I'd hear their children had colds, some had allergies, and, they just all needed help.
And you
And
felt more comfortable talking about the lymphatic system because you took a course and you really
yeah,
understood it the way I teach it, which is pretty easy. Are
yeah,
my courses very hard or are they easy?
I don't know, they're very easy. I mean, I would watch your video twice maybe, and then I would start doing it, and I did it every day, and then I just kept adding, that I would drain my sinuses, then I drain my middle of the body, then I got a swelling in my ankle, so I would drain my um legs.
So
And
it
then
gave you more control over yourself because
yeah,
most people are swelling and don't know what to do, or people have the different problems, and you were able to deal with a lot of it.
yeah. And then I started draining and made sure I drained my breasts. So I learned how to do it under the armpits. And so I guess I was really surprised I had cancer. But
Yeah. Well,
but
cancer doesn't show up it takes years, decades. Cancer takes a long time to develop. So that's why if we're younger, if we're in our 20s, 30s, 40s, this is when we got to start maintaining our lymphatic system so we don't have a lot of the diseases that we get as we get older, right? But it
yeah,
doesn't mean we have to stop taking care of ourselves no matter where we're at. We have to, understand the lymphatic system so we can maintain this system. One thing I want to ask you, do you think people would benefit from the program, even if they don't have cancer?
oh yeah. I mean, I did, because I I could feel it flowing. I mean, as soon as I do my shoulder shuffle and get my clavicles going, then I do my ears and my eyes. Well, right away, I'm clearing my throat. I'm swallowing. It's draining. It's draining. It's draining.
Isn't that
And
amazing?
every morning I drain. I mean, it drains, and that's one thing I showed everybody. I had about 10 women, and they would just touch their ears or their eyes. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Well, that's the important thing, is that when we do work with the lymphatic system, especially when we add diet and basic supplements, and again, I don't sell anything, but my course, I just suggest supplements, but you feel comfortable taking care of yourself. But look at this, you even feel comfortable teaching other people how to maintain their lymphatic system. And to me, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to educate people and their families, to educate your children. Or if you're a client, you need to educate your clients, if you're a massage therapist, about the lymphatic system. Otherwise, they'll be left behind. All right, so I'm glad you're doing well. And again, you got good news. The doctors found no more cancer after surgery. So
Right.
that's always a plus. And now the goal is what? Now the goal is to keep up what you're maintaining, keep up with your diet and your supplements, so that you don't get a recurrence later on, right?
That's
Arlene, you have any suggestions for people if they're sitting on the fence?
oh, you better join. I mean, I just never thought I'd get cancer after I had been doing it, um, but I learned how to get rid of it fast too. So
And you learn how to recuperate and heal better. So a lot of people swell afterwards, and you're and have pain, and you're not having those things. So
no.
I'm glad you listened. It
Yeah.
always pays off. All right,
Yeah.
Arlene, thank you
All right.
very much for coming on.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for helping me.